We all have the sixth sense. We all have an attachment to things higher. We all crave it. Our soul wants it. I was born in a place at the other end of the world, Cape Town, South Africa. Beautiful, gorgeous, stunning location, all the way. In the Cape of Good Hope, where Vasco da Gama and Bartholomew Dias first came past Africa and discovered that there's a tip of Africa and a way to go around. I was very inspired by my parents taking a journey in Tafshin Lamed in 1970, and just to leave it all and go to live in Cape Town. Initially, I arrived in Flatbush without knowing one single person. We were actually scared by the whole prospect of it. When you grow up in a small town community, you do get more of a feel for your neighbors, for your friends. Every single person mattered.
When I moved to Flatbush, I was introduced to Rabbi Vigler. I really realized that the most important thing to him and his wife were to give back to the community, and I always wanted to be a part of that. We're
looking to help the community in any way possible. So we look for any area that we can be of assistance in. We suddenly noticed that in this area, with single family kids, there was a lot of need for it.
Life has its ups and downs. Sometimes in life, we get lost. MyExtended Family is an organization that caters to children that come from single-parent homes. Some place for them to make friends with children that are in the same situation as them, and a place where the moms can get together and talk about perhaps the trials and tribulations of being a single parent, as well as sharing the joy.
We just want to be an extended family.
There are people out there that are starving, legitimately starving to get an understanding of Yiddishkeit. They may not ask, they may not show an interest, but that doesn't mean that they're not interested. It all it takes is somebody to just share that thought, share that mitzvah, share that idea. Mitzvah Share means a lot to me. I can identify with it. I feel it's a very important part of who I am. If there's a way where I can connect just to give something over, I want to do that.
When I see my son come home with the little treats that he gets, all the projects that he does in Yiddishe Otzros, you either get the challah or you get cookies. It's always good to see that they really have a hands-on approach to bringing up our children.
I think the fact is that when you give, you get more than ever.
The sixth sense a person has, which one of it is given, is a sense which you can also be in the Hannah from. One learns and the other one sponsors the guy should be able to live. We are Sivan, and Mayan Yisroel, Rabbi Vigler is Yissaschar. And we as the Sivan are giving free services so they can build a new place for Torah, for Chesed, for Kiruv.
You can fool yourself into thinking that it's all about how can I help other people. When you help somebody else, you help yourself more than ever. Nebach, if we're into ourselves and all we care about is what we're gaining, we become depressed and frustrated individuals. And if it's about how we can serve, then we introduce God into our lives.
I feel good that whatever I had was shared with someone who needed it, and he got it, and it was fulfilled.
It's unreal. We have an organization for anything.
The Lag BaOmer event every year is very exciting. There's always something new. They have the great concerts. All the kids love going there. They don't miss it for the world. My kids were all there this year.
Here at Mayan Yisroel, we have a Hebrew school with 98 kids, where you see kids coming from all walks of life and getting their, I like to call it their dose of Judaism. It's beautiful to see the faces of these kids who otherwise would have no exposure to Yiddishkeit.
Neshama has what it wants. And really, imagine you could attach yourself to that life of a neshama.
When you go and you sit and you learn with Rabbi Vigler, you know, it just really opens your mind and it gives you a whole new perspective on things.
It's not just the minimum that we're supposed to daven 3 times a day. It's everything. It's supposed to living with the Rebbetzin, living with Yiddishkeit.
I think what the shir does for me is that I feel very guilty that I don't go there, and it helps me drive the next day to do even more good.
How do I know what I'm doing is right? Because you're doing it. I don't want to be to patronize. The goal is not to say I'm perfect and how can we help people? Because we're all in the same boat.
Mayan Yisroel, Rabbi Vigler and Rebbetzin Vigler have taught me from day one, not just to go through a situation and just do your best, but to actually change it and to make it into something holy.
The question is, what are we here for? Is everything about me? Is the world centered on me and what am I getting out of it? Or is there a bigger purpose?
There's studies out there which say that when someone wants to feel more happy, the best solution for that is to give for someone else.
In life, we like to know that we have everything we need and everything is clear. But there's so many issues, there's so many challenges. And when that kind of thing happens, you have no choice but to turn to something higher. The 5 senses are what you want to be in control of. The 6th sense is the part that's something deeper that we need to connect to. And the question is, can we tap into it? Can we connect to that spiritual force, that higher being, and allow it to seep into our lives and to live with it?